What's up, everyone? Welcome to a special Media Minute episode. I am Bill the Asian Pirate, and today, I don't do a lot of political videos, but there's been a ad running on TV by President Trump where it discusses the effects of defunding the police, and there are a few inconsistencies and misleading claims by the Trump campaign in regards to this video, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick thought about that. So to begin this discussion, you need to understand what 911 is. And 911 was a plan that was instituted by the government to provide easy access to emergency services for people in need during emergencies. And this is part of the emergency telephone number for the North American numbering plan. And what happens is when you call 911, your call is routed to what is known as a public safety answering point. This can be manned by different agencies. In Lee County, Florida, you have ambulance and fire, which is manned by Lee County dispatchers. And you also have police municipalities with their own public safety answering points, as well as the Lee County Sheriff's Office. All these different answering points coordinate with each other depending on the jurisdiction of where this call is occurring. And when you watch the Trump ad, you see an office with a telephone and a computer, and there's no one in the office.
Hello, you've reached 911. I'm sorry that there is no one here to answer your emergency call, but leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
And the one thing that you have to understand about this is government rules will require that a 911 center be always manned and operational for the public when they need them. And if for some reason that office is not operational, those calls are then forwarded to the next closest answering point. In this next clip, we're going to see where they dubbed in a news report where they were talking about that in Portland there was even a discussion about removing 911 operators out of police control. Take a listen.
Even including a proposal to remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
So what we hear there is that they were talking about removing 911 call center from police control. Here is my problem with that. In order for a person to be a 911 dispatcher and to work in the call center, there are national standards that have to be met and certifications that you have to get in order to do this job. And they are very specific to the position that you're doing. For the majority of the call centers out there, there's a distinct separation between law enforcement and fire and ambulance dispatchers. The certifications are different. With fire and ambulance dispatchers, you have to be trained in emergency medical dispatch. I don't know if the law enforcement dispatchers are also required to have that. I think they are. But the big difference is with law enforcement dispatchers, they have to be certified to interface with different law enforcement databases, be able to run license plates, be able to handle tactical situations in high-risk situations. All this stuff requires very job-specific training. And no matter what the members of my Liberal Party state, you're never going to be able to get rid of that because these positions are regulated by federal and state guidelines. And this is a law that is not going to go away. So you're never going to see that go away. Is it possible for 911 operators to be non-law enforcement personnel? Absolutely. And you could have county employees performing both law enforcement and fire and ambulance dispatching. I don't think that is an ideal situation because it's like having a school teacher perform cardiac surgery. It's two different disciplines, and I just don't think it's a great idea. It is possible, but it is not ideal. in any regards. And if you live in a big city like New York City or Miami or Atlanta or Los Angeles, there's so anyway, that is my thought on this Trump ad. They're just twisting the news media reports in order to get their own message across. They're hoping to scare your average citizens out there with this image of a little old lady's house getting broken into. And let's be realistic here, folks. Even if you call 911 in that situation and you're able to reach a dispatcher, average response times are 8 to 10 minutes for true emergency calls. And in this scenario that they put in the ad, that gentleman would still have broken into this little old lady's home. That is an unfortunate happenstance in our society way too often, because the police oftentimes just can't get there fast enough. And that's not going to change anytime soon. So don't listen to the fear, guys. Look at the facts. Unfortunately, politicians on both sides of the aisle, when they do these smear campaigns, they're going to flood you with misinformation. Make sure you do your due diligence and research the facts, folks, because it's just not as cut and dry as they would have you believe it. That is it for the Asian Pirate. Thank you for tuning in on this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. And that's it for this episode of The Asian Pirate. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon to receive future notifications, and give this video a thumbs up so others can find it as well. This is The Asian Pirate. Live long and prosper.